watching the leaders come by the other way through the whoops going, I got to get around this guy. LaRocco's doing it in pain.
Kevin Windham, Ali Seymour, his redshirt, is staying right with Jeremy McGrath. McGrath trying to pour it on, but unable to shake Windham.
Look at these guys, same timing. Windham is following McGrath, learning a little bit. I think he's going to be careful not to make a move too soon and give Jeremy a chance to retaliate. The best option is to keep, that's that little section I talked about. He was jumping all the way over the plateau. If he can keep the pressure on Jeremy, though, Art, force him to ride a little bit harder than he might be capable of tonight, that could be a good strategy for Kevin.
With the exception of Pontiac, where Supercross started racing there in 1976, Jeremy has won 13 of 19 races staged in the Midwest. In the Midwestern domes, that is. Fans have grown up watching him win. 5 wins here, 6 for 6 in Minneapolis, and 2 for 5 in St. Louis.
It's an incredible percentage. This guy is win versus the amount of starts. It's got to be just an incredible streak. And right now, I don't think he's that worried about Kevin hanging with him. I think Jeremy, like he's always said, he likes to go out and make the first 8 laps of the main event the fastest laps, and they have been 53 seconds every time. But I think if he looks over his shoulder and sees Kevin back there on lap 15, he starts to worry a little bit.
I'll tell you, even if Kevin takes second place, a mystery has been solved in this young man's mind. Last week he ran as high as 3rd and faded to 7th.
I'll tell you what really impressed me about Kevin so far is not the fact that he's staying with McGrath, but the way he got into second those first couple of laps aggressively. I haven't seen Kevin really give elbows like that, get that aggressive. Looks like he really wants it here tonight.
Jeremy McGrath in the timing session with Windham trying to hold on.
I'll tell you what, to watch him go through the section they just came through, watch Windham do this. It's a little bit risky. Jeremy talked about, he did it in practice as well. He said he didn't think it was going to be any faster. Almost needs Dramamine just to watch these guys do some of the stuff they do. Let's take another look at the start. Jeremy, a clean hole shot. Looked like he was going to try to hold it tight. Dowd was flying off the outside, and then at the last minute he changed his mind and went wide.
Our leader continues to be Jeremy McGrath. The yellow flags are out. Isaiah Johnson is down, but Jeremy gets by cleanly. We'll be right back with more EA Sports Supercross. Welcome back to Indianapolis, Indiana, where Jeremy McGrath is our Supercross leader in round number 6 of EA Sports Supercross. McGrath getting the whole shot, trying to shake. Kevin Windham now has moved out to a slight lead on Windham.
4 seconds, and this is what Jeremy, look at the timing through there. It's impossible for me to try to describe what it's like to jump in there the way these guys do and jump out through those sections lap after lap, not make mistakes. Saw Windham in that shot starting to close the gap a little bit. Kevin needs to watch out for that. This is what Jeremy expected to do. Just slowly inch away.
Looks like he's still working off the fumes of Villeman's surprise win in Phoenix. And not just the dominating win in Houston has created an attitude here that he's just going to go out and fire out. There's David Villeman in 3rd behind Kevin Windham. A rather lonely rider right now. Behind him, Mike LaRocco and Ricky Carmichael stay the same position.
Carmichael was all over LaRocco for a couple of laps. Seemed like he kind of got stuck there now. He's not able to make that move. Villeman, though, we've seen him get faster and faster at the end of the race. So one thing's for sure, he's not going to fade. Looks over at the signal board. Here comes LaRocco. He's still pretty close. The guy in the top 5 right now that has been a question mark this season in terms of the last 5 laps is Kevin Windham. If he does fade, well, these guys are lined up ready to just go by him one by one.
Windham with a 7-second advantage over Mike LaRocco, who's in 4th. As we take a look at LaRocco, number 5. Let's go down to Davey Combs. Davey.
Well, you can see right here, Art, that Robbie Raynard has called it a night. His comeback to Supercross. I know he's just come out here to get some timing and stuff, but it's going to end with a 20th place finish. Not what he expected, but at least he's back out riding.
Trying to get himself back into shape after that nerve damage in the deltoid area. That happened at the U.S. Open. And here's Mike LaRocco once again in 4th position. Villeman, 934. LaRocco, number 5. And Ricky Carmichael just unable to pass Mike LaRocco.
Well, it's not even a matter of the fact that LaRocco's holding him up or anything. LaRocco's pulled out a little bit of a gap.
Actually, LaRocco's starting to catch David Villeman.
And they're both catching.
And look at there.
Now, I talked about Wyndham. If he does fade a little bit in this race, arm pump, nervous, tired, whatever it is, I don't care. There's 4 guys that are going to go right by the way Villeman just did.
Look at Villeman with a smooth type style. Has a clear pass. Didn't have to apply any pressure as far as contact is concerned on the block pass. Gets by Wyndham into 2nd place.
Now look at Wyndham now. It's not the same timing through there. He's not jumping in the same way.
Mike LaRocco ready to take advantage of it.
I can't believe that Kevin is getting this tired. This has got to be something else. It's got to be his arms are just locked up so tight he can't even work the throttle in the clutch. And when you're like that, you got to take huge chances, and he's not willing to take those.
So Mike LaRocco, in his 3rd decade of racing 250s, who turned 29 tonight, 29 years age, has now moved ahead of Kevin Wyndham into 3rd. LaRocco banging with Villeman. Villeman finally looking back, David.
I think Villeman may have suffered from a little bit of what Jeremy had in Phoenix. He looked over like, who the heck is running into me? He looks over again. Now he knows it's on. LaRocco's sneaky that way. I didn't think he was going to sneak up on Villeman. They call him the Cobra. He's sneaky enough.
LaRocco in great condition. But I'm surprised after hurting his shoulder so badly 2 weeks ago that he's in this position to put such a charge on Villeman. Villeman only 7 points in back of Jeremy McGrath after his 4th consecutive podium last week. 2 wins put him into contention. And he's trying to hold on to 2nd place in the points.
This is where he's fast.
And the crowd is really appreciating this. Not only do they love Jeremy McGrath, but Mike LaRocco is their hometown boy. He lives in South Bend, Indiana.
Watch him go to the inside.
LaRocco makes the pass on Villeman. That's why the crowd is shouting on their feet.
These guys are still at it. LaRocco went at him after the finish line jump. Villeman got him back. LaRocco is a little bit too strong right now. Probably shocking Villeman a little bit. I don't think he knew he was coming, and it's hard to make that adjustment in his pace.
LaRocco is looking for his 3rd 2nd place finish on the season. He came into this race 17 points in back of Jeremy McGrath in 3rd place.
Something else. Mike LaRocco's been out there for so long, battled back with so many injuries, overcome so many bad starts. He got good starts here tonight.
Check out the pass again.
He goes to the inside. I think he bluffed Villeman a little bit. Villeman knew he was coming, tried to stop and go underneath him. That worked for just a brief moment. LaRocco did it right back.
Well, about 3 weeks ago, you nicknamed him The Rock, David Bailey, after gaining 3 podiums in his first 3 races, regardless of how he started or got there. And now I think he's back to that reputation again.
Well, it's unbelievable how fast, what he's gone through to get into 2nd place here tonight with all the pain and stuff. But he's still going to lose 3 points to McGrath if it stays the way it does.
Davey, what do you have?
Well, what I'd like to tell you is this. The Rock is 29 years old today. This is Mike LaRocco's birthday. What a great time to do it here. Basically, it was his hometown race. And he just continues.